Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Build with Heavy Cardboard. It's the second in this series of things that we're doing. The UGears model building type thingy is what we're doing, the Dice Tower today. So welcome everybody joining live as well as after the fact. Hopefully you guys enjoy hanging out with me. I'm your host, Edward Euler. As you guys know, I run Heavy Cardboard, and for something a little bit off the beaten path, I did the first one of these back just after Essen. So I believe it was early November 2019. I did the first one of these, and that is I did the card holder. Should have brought that over to show you guys. It's actually sitting right over there. I think maybe at the end of the video I'll go ahead and grab it and bring it over. But yeah, so I saw these originally at Essen when Jess and I went out there, and the one that caught our eye the most was the locomotive, and the locomotive was really cool. But they wanted us to start with the card holder and the dice tower, so that's what we did. So hopefully we will be getting the locomotive soon thereafter, and later on this year we'll be putting that one together. That's going to be a far more involved model than the one that we're doing today, as well as the one that we did previously. Although I think this is going to be the easiest of the bunch. I think it says it takes about an hour to put together, so should be done right around 1-ish or so. Yeah, so the PTZ camera is acting as if it's only 30 frames per second, so it's not as smooth. It's a software issue, so I apologize about that, but we're still going to use it today because I think it's going to zoom in on everything really nicely, so that's what we're going to use today. That said, if you guys are ready, hopefully this will be a lot of fun. This will be enjoyable. I don't know if I have to tie any knots with rubber bands, but I have been practicing, so I shouldn't run into the same issue I ran into last time. So if you guys are ready, I am certainly ready. Let's go ahead and get into the UGears Dice Tower, modular Dice Tower. So there we go. So this is it. As you can see, I haven't opened it. It's still in the shrink wrap. So there we go. So let's dig into it. All right. So that is the card holder, as you see here, and those are the modular Dice Tower stuff. And so those will be, those are a little bit, you can put multiple ones of these together is more of the story. All right. So, oh, I didn't bring up the chat and the camera. I apologize. Let's bring this down a little. There we go, and, oh, wrong one. One more. There we go. Hey, all right. Over under on Glory to Rome's. 1.5, I think we'll try. So there we go. All right. So we have piece of wax. If anybody watched the last one, any of y'all did, and I know some of you did. We have some sandpaper, some wax, and I'm not going to put this one together because I put this together on the last one. And let's go ahead and bring it in a little bit. So this little universal game counter that you guys can see, I put this, apparently this comes in every one of these because I'm 2 for 2, so I'm just going to assume. So that one's just going to go over there. We will set the box aside for now. The wax and the sandpaper as called for. And there it is. So as you can see, it's all shrink wrapped. We have the rules, or not rules, but the instructions. And yeah, let's go and get into it. And the pencil is there just in case I need something to make a hole with, so I can use the tip if I don't want to use the razor blade for any particular reason. That should work. There we go. All right. So how's everybody doing today? I have had a very eventful day today. Spent an inordinate amount of time with customer support for the software for this, and we thought we had it fixed, and then it reverted back to the issue we were having. So there we are. So we'll move that stuff aside. We got the rules, instructions. We'll try that again. So the other thing that I wanted to show you guys here, and we'll go and bring this down to where it's down here in front of me a little bit. So each of these has numbers, as you can see right there. All right. So this is like sheet 2 Bravo, sheet 2 Alpha. So probably ought to put those. We'll go and set those just off camera. Then we have, let's see, 2 Charlie and 2 Delta. Okay. And you know what? Just go ahead. Normally I wouldn't do this, but let's go ahead. This way we can really get in on one particular area if need be, because I think that would be a little bit better. So let me go ahead and set that one up. Normally I do all of this before, but some of this you don't know until you actually do it. So because I didn't have the model here in front of me, I couldn't do that. There we go. All right, cool. So as you can see, those are numbered down here, and the various pieces that will be punched out. And these are pretty thick pieces of wood here. Then what do we have here? Kinda. There we go. So we have 1 Delta, 1 Charlie, 1 Bravo, and 1 Alpha. That you guys can see that. Okay. All right. Yes, we are almost back up to 800, thankfully. So that was nice to see. So big thanks to all the patrons who are choosing to support the show. Here you go, little commercial. So the UGears guys are also coming out with Talos Collapse. So there we go. So you can check that out, taloscollapse.com, whatever, you get the idea. And here we go, a little thing from UGears. Yeah, no glue, no nothing. These are really, I've been really impressed so far. 1 for 1 for the quality of these. So we have, let's go and put these in the right order, A, B, C, and D, like that. We'll have that there. And let's go ahead and get started, shall we? So, you know what? I guess actually I should go ahead. And I'm worried about all the white, but no, actually that works pretty well. All right, so we have different warnings here. So this one is use the wax for any pieces that may move. Okay, all right. Then just the caution, pay attention type thing here. This one is use sandpaper. This is break off or cut out, and this is mirror. So you know, side, left side, right side, that type thing. This one says do not use a lighted candle. It's wood. Isn't that implied? Every warning is there because somebody... Anyway, you get the idea. All right. So this one down here says these are spare parts. So anywhere you see this little add and a wrench right there are just spares in case we bust something. So hopefully we don't need to do that. So let's get started. So 11:53, let's see how this goes. So first step, we need sheet 1A and 2A. Okay, putting these back in order. There we go. Okay, and it shows the highlighted pieces are the pieces that we're going to need. You'll see that we need to wax a couple of different spaces here. All right, so let's see. So we have 1A. And it shows that it is number 2 specifically, and each of these are numbered, as you can see there. I'm a lot more familiar with it this time, so there we go. So I brace it from the back as I push it out on the front, and it should. I mean, it's been a pretty tight, but I haven't worried about it splitting thus far, but I say that as we struggle a little bit, popping this one out. There we go. There. And you can see it comes out really clean. So for those that weren't with us on the first one of these, okay? All right. So we got, let's see, number 2 and number 1. And number 1 is the big guy right here. So we'll start in the corner, and there you go. Whew. That worried me. I thought it busted in half, but as you can see, that's number 5. Whew. All right, so we have 1 and 2, so let's go ahead and start off with that. So we'll move this off to the side so you guys can see. Make sure that you can read the UGears logo, which we can. And then you'll notice the little kind of arrow right there. It shows that it goes like this. And this will go, oh, it doesn't actually yet. But it does say to wax down here and there, but we're going to wait a second on that. So we actually need the other pieces. So that is piece number 3 and number 4, which piece number 3 and 4, so this is 3. All right. Hey Tony, welcome everybody, and I appreciate that, Matt. But no rubber bands. Sorry to disappoint. So all that practicing I've been doing to redeem myself for forgetting how to tie a knot, can't redeem myself with this one. That's a bummer. So that's going to be number 3. Looking for number 4. Looking. Ah, number 4 is on the other sheet. Number 4 is right there. There we go. Okay. So the positioning of this is like so. So we have it like that. And then number 4, doesn't matter which side it looks like. So this will go there, and that will just pop right in. In theory, it usually is a pretty tight fit. And you'll notice that there's a little tiny little split right there on both of the sides. I intentionally left my nails long for this stream, by the way, in case I needed it. But it's a compression fit. And so as you can see, there we go. It's now in there. All right, so now we will need to wax it because it looks like this is going to slide all the way down onto this piece here, and then, well, looking at how that looks there. So it's going to slide on the left side there. So let's go ahead and do that with the original one. So it said to wax, so we will bust out the wax. Oh, there is a 4 right there. Yeah, good call. All right. All right, so we're going to wax this here. And I think what it's calling for is for in between these so that it slides into that pretty easily. So we have that, and then we'll kind of, like so, as best we can, get it on both sides. Just kind of, there we go. All right. So it has it looking to where the curve is facing the back, and then it goes all the way to that edge. And it covers that hole, it looks like so. And it goes as far down as possible. Okay. Well, that looks like that picture, I would say. Okay, easy enough. All right. So we need to wax the other side now. So apparently the wax did its job, helping it slide. So there's that side. There we go. And this one has the wood piece over the front, and this will be all the way to the outside here as well. It's all the way to the outside to start, and then you smush them in and drop them all the way down into that little notch right there, it looks like. Okay, let's make sure. So we have, so here, push them in and then push them down, and then make sure that the arrow there is back behind it. Okay, so that piece will go into that piece. All right, I thought that's how that was going to go, but a little bit low. There we go. So, like so. Okay, so we have that. Push it in, and then drop it down. Yep. So it's now underneath both of those little tabs. So in theory, this should, in theory, slide straight down. Yeah, come on. There we go. Now it's starting to slide. There. It sure looks like that picture. And then it says, make sure that you can, on that side, see the arrow. You can. So that looks like that. I would say that looks pretty close. And then mirror it. So we need to do this again for the other side, it looks like. Hence the mirror. All right? Okay. So I'm just going to keep looking ahead a little bit, and then we switch pieces. So we're going to be doing this twice. But it doesn't, oh, it does. It calls out piece number 5 here. So piece number 5. There we go. Which means we need number 2 here. And we need number 3. So if you guys have any board game questions, feel free to ask. And yes, tomorrow's PAX Transhumanity. So 2, 3, and then the 4 that we needed for the other one. Or for this one of them, as it were. Is there anything else? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Okay. All right. So now we have to mirror this. So we have the UGears out here. Then we want the hinge facing towards the back. And this one should have the triangle on that side. So let's wax that one. What did I do with the wax? There it is. Okay. So is everybody at work today? I am. I'm putting together a model today at work. How about you guys? With the arrow without the wooden piece, so we will put that bad boy on. There, like so. Okay. First upcoming stream. Hammer of the Scots, maybe? Signori? I'm not sure. We need to put number 4 into this one. One of those would be definitely where we could use this. Not on PAX Transhumanity, as shocking as that may be. Come on. And it has a little bit of give to where it can kind of spread open a little because of that slot right there at the back. There we go. That's in there. That's on. Now we can bring them together. In theory. It's a little high. There we go. And those are together. Those. Squeeze that in. Oops. Happy little pieces of wood. Not to be confused with happy little trees there. There we go. All right. There. Squeeze that in. Oh, that was a satisfying little snap if you guys heard that. So there we go. So we have the UGears on that side, the UGears on that side. All the hinges are facing downward a little, as you can see. So there we go. We'll set those aside. We'll move our wax back. I will try not to permanently make this wax part of the table as I did on the previous time doing this. If I was smart, I would have done something about this previously or in preparation for this. Get some of the wax off. There we go. Vacuum all that up when we're done. All right. Oh, Vietnamese takeaway. So like pho you're having, York? Called in sick, Jack? Oh, man, it's going around. I had it for about a week, y'all, so my condolences to you, Jack, and to York's wife. Sorry about that, guys. Hope you all feel better. Hope she feels better as well. All right, so what do we have here? So, number 1A. So we have a couple of the little round bits over there. We have that, and we have that. So the little round shield-shaped bits. That's funny, Matt, that Phil Eklund on 5 Games for Doomsday chose 5 of his own games to take. It's somewhat amusing to me. So if you guys join us for the PAX Transhumanity stream tomorrow, I know that, there's a little sliver right there, but there we go. I know that Matt Eklund, the designer, will be in chat with us, and I imagine... I don't know if Phil is because it's a little bit late. It's 1 in the morning across the pond. And I don't know if Yoon or Besame from Ion Game Designs will be joining us. Ion Game Design. But they are going to attempt to. We need 2 of these little circles as well. Okay, 1 and 2. Okay. And then we need this guy, which is going to be number 8. And apparently it's multiple, or it's 2 halves, it looks like, I think. Or 4. Yeah, it looks like it's separated, so hold on. I will say the new camera is coming in handy for this. This is kind of nice to be able to have this far off. Oops, sorry guys. To have it this close in front of me, it makes it putting this together quite a bit easier, honestly, as opposed to having to reach way out on the table. So this is nice. Maybe if I had this, I wouldn't have struggled as much with the rubber bands, tying knots. Okay, we both know I would have, but I digress. So there's that. So there are those 4 pieces for number 8 as well. You'll have to take my word for it. There we go. All right. And then we need the 2 wings on 2A, and the 2 wings right there. There we go. All right. So both of these are number 6, so they're identical. It does not matter which is which. So we have this and the little shield piece. And again, you'll notice the little slots right there for a compression fit. You'll notice that the tab sticks out a little bit in that picture. So this should, in theory, go all the way back flush like it did there. So you guys can see that little tab sticking out. Okay. And then we have the larger of the 2 wings. I think they're all identical, aren't they? Oh, it's just a depth perception thing. Yep, all 4 of those are the same here. So there's no size difference between them, so it doesn't matter. So we have this facing us, and then the wing, that tab goes in halfway. Another wing comes in to where the tab is directly opposed. And I imagine that those should be pretty straight with one another, like so. So there we go. We need to do that 2 times. Right. Speaking of 2 times, hold on. Let's get some music going, shall we? It's got to be royalty free, but well, actually, I guess it could be Ronald Jenkins, couldn't it? It could, but let's see, what do we have? There we go. Hopefully that comes through. A little background music, maybe? Let me know if that's too loud for you guys or not loud enough. There you go. All right. Nice. A little chill. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong. You guys are awesome company, but you're a little quiet. Yeah, I'm looking forward to PAX Transhumanity tomorrow as well. The teach is definitely going to be an involved one. It's too loud. Hold on. There we go. That's better. Okay. Surely a Dice Tower assembly genre background music exists. I found it, actually. Anyway, talking about PAX Transhumanity. The game itself will not be that long of a playthrough. However, the teach is going to be pretty involved, no doubt. Okay, so now the next steps. Let's look here. So we need to grab this side. Notice the UGears symbol it's pointing out. And then, what was this one again? Was to wax those, right? Okay. And then it has to come down and face like that. So we need to wax the little, oh, I see. Because those 4 holes, as you can see, this thing's going to go through. So I'm going to wax this over to the trash because it's going to slough off to some degree. Okay. Okay. So we have that. And you'll notice that it shows that here, so it should come in kind of like that, in behind, and then, oh, that's tricky. Oh, these pieces also slide into that little cross thing. Aha, all right. Wow, it's a good thing this thing is flexible. There we go, and we got it. That is clever. Like, how the hell do you come up with this stuff, man? And then we'll cinch it down. Then over here, we need to sand these little ball bearing type things, it looks like. And then those will go sand and wax, and then put them onto those, as you can see there. And that's what it should look like when this side's all said and done. So we have that. This is so impressive to me. Hey, Mark. Let's see if we actually need the wax for this. We may not. Ah, did not. Like a glove. Which that means we're going to need 2 more of these for the other side. It helps if you put it on the way it goes and not 90 degrees perpendicular. Lo-fi hip-hop. Yeah. There we go. All right. Y'all, anybody ever watch any of those live, study music streams on YouTube? Or is it just me, like when I'm preparing for streams and stuff. That's actually what I do. Okay, I guess that's it, because that's what she looks like there. And then do the exact same on the other side, it looks like. So there we go. That one's done. And that is the one with the UGears logo. That all looks, those look good. There we go. So now this one, we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to not wax it and see if we can get away with that, because the wax is there in case you need it. Which, let's see. Did not on that side, did not on that side. There we go. Boom. Good to go there. Okay, next sheet. Hold on. Wax. Then sand it if need be. Then make it look like this. So we're going to need 2 more of the little ball bearing guys here. Okay. Well, that rolled pretty well. That tells me I probably don't need to sand it much. And see if we need the wax for this one. There we go. Yeah, PAX Transhumanity we've played 4 times now, collectively, the 3 of us, so it should be for a pretty good stream, I think. So that one's done. So we can set these 2 aside now. So I will set them kind of over here. All right. So do you guys like it zoomed in this tight? Should I back it up a little, or this works? Yes, my waxing is waning correctly. Yep. Yeah, lo-fi hip hop, exactly, right? What's up, Board Game Trucker? All right, so 1A here. Looks like we need 6 pieces. We need 2 more of, I'm calling the ball bearing pieces right there. So it looks like we need 2 more of those. We need these 2 pieces, number 10, and then the 2 big guys with the terrifying faces on them. All right. Excuse me. Whew, that's why we have tea. Yeah, it's a tight little squeeze getting that bad boy out. There we go. There's one of them. There. And this is why I didn't cut my nails for this yet, to be able to use them to poke. So then the larger piece here. Okay, so it's the upper jaw, not the lower jaw piece that comes out on this one. There we go. So upper jaw, number 10, and we're gonna need that. We're gonna need both of them. So. And what I have learned on taking these out so far and doing 2 of these now, or 1 and a partial, is if you feel resistance, work your way around until you find a side that doesn't have resistance, and then start there, and it comes out very, very smoothly. So that's kind of nice. So we have those 2 pieces. Then we need this here, number 11 here. So like I'm getting resistance on that right there. So I continue working my way down until, there we go. And see that one, that's where it started. And then I'll work my way back up. And if it acts up, then put it back in place and then slide it out, and it should pop right out. And it did. There we go. See? Okay. All right. So what do we have on this one? So these are identical, so it doesn't matter which one of those I use. So it looks like this will go in like so. Easy enough. Then this one will go in like so, to where the kind of the quarter pipe for the skaters out there. Okay, there. And then the bar will go across the bottom ones, like so. Okay, that is well seated. So now that we have this, it's showing that these large tabs right here get waxed if need be able to fit into that one. So now we need to get the UGears one where you can see the label. This guy, wow, Rado, actual, everybody's doing updates today. So then the tabs, other way. Like so, the tabs will go into these two tabs, and then this piece will fit right on that. Well, let's see how well she goes together here without waxing. There we go. Didn't need it. Have any of you guys put this one together? I'm curious. Or have you put any of them together? I know some of you guys bought some as Christmas presents after watching the last stream, but have any of you all put any of these? Oh, nice. Eric's assembling some Legos. Nice. Hi, Franny. Doctor's appointment went fine. Appreciate the asking. So I notice that it is a tight fit, real tight fit up here at the top edge, because this piece here goes in as well. Okay, that appears correct. So there we go. So now we put the other wing on. So the other one will go oh, we need to put it together, I guess. Yeah, because we need the tabs. Because then I assume the two halves will go together. Hold on. So let's see. That's done. Oh, and then put the other side on as well to where, okay, yeah. So on that note, this will snap in like so. There we go. Whew. Okay, so put both of the two halves together, all right? So you know what? I'm actually going to go ahead and wax this piece right here a little. That was the spot where I felt like it was binding a little. Okay. And the last one, so now there we go. That went in smoother, it felt like. A little bit. It's still catching just a hair on that. There we go. Voila. And everything is tight on that side. Verify on that one. Oh yeah, that feels pretty good. So there we go. So this is all together now, and now you're going to see that this guy is supposed to go on like that, as you can see there. Wax any of the joints that might catch, so actually I will go ahead and hit up those here. Oh, I see why it says to wax these. Because if you look close, and I think, yeah, you guys can see them. Let me move this out of the way. You can see there are just a tiny little nub right there, and a tiny little nub right there, to where it's going to grip this once it goes in. Yeah, I see where it's pointing on that exactly. So that's why it has us put it in like that first and then just kind of pop it in. And you see this gap here is going to be another compression fitting on that. Got it. And the arrows should be facing in. Is there one side that looks better than the other? Not really. So that would go in like so. That would go in like so. And then hopefully we're able to compress one end to where it then can, and maybe compress the other end with my fingertip. You know what? So I'm just using this kind of as a fulcrum to spread that open a little bit. I think that'll bite now. Now that we have, nope. Now that we have that, there we go. That side's in. And this side, just kind of using that to push up against to compress that. It is right there. Oh, there we go. That's why. Just the top now. Boom. And there she is. Oh, Godspeed, Chad. That's brutal. All right. All right. So there is the first 9 pages complete. Okay. So now that we have that, we are on to page 10. And for those scoring at home, essentially 18 pages. So we're halfway done already. So cool. That works out. All right, so this, you know what? Actually, now that we, moment. Zoom out just a hair. All right, there we go. So this way you guys can see the 2 pages. So, okay. So we have that, and we have this guy. So now we're going to need to put the top piece here together, and then that will come in. All right. So with that said, it's going to be 1A and 2A again. And then it's basically just rinse and repeat, making like 4 of these cubes, it looks like. Okay. So now let's go ahead and do so. So 1A is going to need these 3 pieces now, the bottom of the jaw. There. There. There we go. So that's it on this one. And then we're going to need number 15 alpha on 2A, which is going to be the here and here. So we'll need 17 at some point. I'm looking for where it calls that out. I see 15 alpha. Oh, and 17 is right there. Okay. There we go. Okay. Meeple. So yeah, you guys have done the inserts. I will say though that Obviously, I'm a big fan of Meeple Realty's inserts, as they were a sponsor of the show there for a while. And I really like the quality that they do. But these go together so much easier, I will say, that these do. The UGear puzzles. Models. I guess model would be a better better term than puzzle. All right. And then we will need that piece right there as well. And we need 4 more of the wheel bearing thing, so we'll just pop that piece out, apparently. Obviously meant to do that. One, two, three, and 4. All right, so that piece is done. That's trash. All right. So we have the face, and we need the 2 number 14s if we need them to wax them. So these guys will go in. Did not need to on that one. That fit really well. And number 14 on this side. And these are symmetrical, tops and bottoms, so it didn't matter what side's facing up on that one. So, all right. So that is done. So now it looks like this is going to go, you see the face right there. You don't yet, but you're fixing to, right there. So we have this like so. So now this guy is going to need to go and pop right in. Okay. Another compression fitting on the 2 ends right there, and same goes on the other side. So there. I'm just using a pencil to press the compression fitting over, like so. Okay. Done. So now that that part's done, we now move over to this side. This side has us, so let's look at this one. Those look pretty pretty uniform. So let's go ahead. We got the 2 sides like so. Okay. These guys, 16/8, doesn't matter which. These will go out, or yeah, to the outer board ones, not the inner. The exclamation point points out, don't put it in the inner one because there's only 1 hole, obviously. Good. Okay, and then do the same on the other side. Okay, so that's done. Then, step 2 says put the 4 wheels on it and wax them and sand them if need be. But so far we haven't needed to do those. So let's just see if they'll cooperate and go on easily. A little bit of a tighter fit to get around into this opening to get it started. Compression fitting or not. Oh, again, 90 degrees out. Bet you it goes on a whole lot easier, and you get it the rectangle facing the right side. There we go. Hey, who'd have thunk it? Up and down, not side to side. Because did this, not this. Makes all the difference. Anybody know what movie that's from? Didn't know it was going to be movie trivia day either, did you? Ooh, that one we might need to wax. That is on there. That is a tight fit. Try it one more time. There we go. Did not need it yet. Maybe. There we go. Got it. All right. Wait, two lower jaws are upside down. Wait, what? Hold on. This part is right. You're talking. I'll double back and check that here in a minute. Let me finish this one. It is entirely possible. Yeah, inserts. The aesthetic of the insert is nice. Functionality has to be first and foremost on the insert, but as long as it helps you set up and tear down a game and saves you time on that, then that's the whole purpose of it. I am going to wax these. Struggling a little bit more than I feel like I should be. There we go. Yep. The wax does help if you meet resistance. Come on now. So far, this is the hardest part of this, is getting these 4 onto these extensions here. All right, reset it, try it again. There we go, got it. Whew, all right. So now that looks like this. So that part's good. So now let's double back and look at this. So, oh, I guess the face is opposite, right? Because the UGears symbol that's here should be there, so it's upside down. Got it. Okay, that's what you were saying. All right. Hey, Quantum Jack. Yeah, well, he says it's the second time he's caught a build stream live. It's the second time we've done one of these, so you're 2 for 2. Okay, there we go. Now we will turn that around. Okay, so hold on. What am I doing wrong? The square, what? Okay, they're saying this is wrong? Oh, shoot. I did it 90 degrees out, didn't I? Did I? Wait. Oh, it's upside down. Okay. That's what you're saying. I got it. All right. It does matter what way that goes. So pop those back off. All right, all right, all right, all right. My bad. My bad. Peanut Gallery coming to save the day. All right, so now we have the tabs. There we go. Looking at the tabs right there, see? Tab there. All right, I had it upside down. Good catch, guys. Good catch, good catch. Although, I will say I also had this part backwards too, because facing, there we go. Although, this is probably just an aesthetic thing, whereas that is a functional thing. There we go. All right, yeah, if we use the words just flip it over, that helps. All right. So, we have completed both of those. So now, we are on to 1A again. So we need these pieces and those pieces, which should be the rest of that. Yeah. There we go. And that one, you see, has the little gear. It's a spare, so that piece is done. This piece is an extra right there, as you can see, so that piece is done. So now that that's there, let's take a look. So now, notice the tab. My bad. Little feet go in like so. Easier said than done, apparently. There we go. Like so. And then the other one comes out this way. Okay. Now, tab this way. And then with the little nub here, as you can see there, is going to be facing up, it looks like, on all four of them. So these will come over. Should just sit in and sit flush. Okay, so there's that. So now this guy, with the UGears symbol here, there, then this will, trying to see how, what part goes in where. Aha. So the wheels here will go inside of those, it looks like. There we go, like so. Done. Do that 4 times. So there's one. So we are 1/4 of the way done. I lied. This is going to be tight. Then you have to assemble the tower. Okay. Ooh, I may have underestimated the amount of time that this is going to take. All right. So, you know what? I apologize for having to do this, but we're probably going to only get 2 of these bad boys done today then. That means. So, let's get going. There's the 2. Then the 3s. You know what? Let's, just a hair. There we go. Because I feel like with me moving these around, you guys are kind of losing sight of some of it, so I apologize. There's another 3. The 4. And the 4. Okay. 2s are on the inside. We want the arrow facing back. See if we need the wax to slide this on. Nope, goes on plenty easy without. Then the 3 side without the arrow. We'll get the little tab in it. There we go. And this bad boy will slide on down. I imagine the second one will go considerably quicker now that we know what the hell we're doing. There we go. That comes together. That slides down. Boom, done. Then do the exact same thing on the mirrored side. The one with the arrow will go down to the outside. Yeah, the little dice box that I had from them took me about an hour. Yeah, it says about an hour. Yeah, maybe if you're an expert at putting these things together or you have experience doing so, it would be about an hour. But I should have tripled that, or at least doubled it. There we go. They lie. Kind of like playtime on board games, right? 2 hours, and that first game's a 4-hour evolution. Whatever game it might be, right? I know I'm not alone in that. And there we go. So those are done. That was considerably quicker for those 2 pages, all right? Yeah, the 1-hour estimations on the boxes for carpenters. Yes, apparently that is the case. So now we need these 4. There. Then we need the 6s, which are the 2 wings, and we need 2. You know what? We're just going to go ahead and pop all these out because obviously we're going to be using the entire sheet. So, and at this point, you guys, oh, there we go. And I intentionally did that, kind of snapped it off because that's going to be a whole lot easier to get those out. Oh, wow, it really is. I mean, doing the same thing 4 times isn't the most compelling, so, of viewing, I realize. I guess when you look at how the Dice Tower itself looks, it's kind of how it looks, right? So, yeah. There we go. So we got all those. Okay. 2 wings. Yeah, oh, and the 2 shields. Again, that was intentional, just trying to get it out easier and quicker now that we know exactly what we're doing. There we go. All right. There's one. I'm sure this is all CAD drawing stuff, right? And then goes to a laser cutter and yeah, so the how it's made show always fascinated me, but honestly what was more interesting to me than how it's made is I want to know how they make the machines that make the stuff that they show on how it's made. That to me is the more interesting thing. How the hell do you come up with the machines that do this stuff? That was always the fascinating part, at least to my simple brain. Okay, so those are done. So now we get this. Get that little piece that is still, there we go. Okay. And remember, we tuck this in under behind it, and then everything's got a piece in. In a perfect world, everything will just go in like butter. It's cold butter, apparently. It's not warm butter because it's not quite. It's close, though. There we go. Now it's just a matter of getting them flush. Done. There we go. So that side's done. This one, do the exact same. Good. And there we go. Plus, I imagine they don't expect you to be doing this in front of a live audience either. So you're just sitting at home doing this, listen to some chill beats, and call it good. So now let's see if we need to wax these guys. That one seems to be going on all right. Good. Yeah, these little guys, these will hurt your thumbs a little bit trying to get them to squeeze them on. There we go. Done. And now we need to put 2 on that one. I'll spend an hour just vacuuming up all the wax and everything else on this after I get back from therapy today. That's the reason I got to call it a little bit early, if need be, so I can get to my therapy session, guys. I imagine y'all don't want me to cancel that just to be able to make the 3rd and 4th iteration of the for the Dice Tower. And again, I apologize that I misjudged the amount of time it was going to take today. There we go. All right, so we have those done. Boom. Those 2 pages complete. Oh, actually, we're a little bit ahead. We actually did that step as well. So we will set those aside. Set those aside. See what I mean? All this stuff. All right. So now we need these 2 little number 10s. There, and then we need that bar, number 11. There we go. Anything else? No. All right. Oh, they're all different. Interesting. They're all different designs, I just realized. So if you look for the faces of the dice towers, so the first one was kind of the little skull. This one is this. They're almost like different suits. We have kind of a fleur-de-lis here. And then these guys are different as well. Oh, that's pretty cool. Nice little attention detail. Although it's confusing because I was like, wait, face doesn't match. Hold on. Okay, so my bad. And the quarter ramp faces inboards. Then this guy goes onto those two. Are you sure this doesn't count as therapy? Yeah, I suppose you can make a case for it, right? I agree. CompuCube says, I love how more and more people are talking about how they go to therapy, either mental or physical. It's good to see the focus on getting your mind and body in better places. 100%. I got to. I absolutely had to. So, right. So this one, UGears symbol there, facing outboard, and then remember, this guy will plug in, hopefully easily. Making sure nothing is binding before we squeeze. There we go. There we go. Just getting everything flush on that. That looks pretty good. Okay, so we got that side. Then on the other side, we need here. Oh, ow. Ow. Pulled my fingernail away from my thumb. That hurts. There we go. Cool. That's done. And now we will slide those two sides on the outboard side first into the compression fitting. There. And there. Then this side, there we go. We wedge that in. We wedge that in. Boom, done. Okay. So those two. Hey, Tim. There's something to be said for consistency. No shame in that. All right. So we have the four. Oh, you guys can't see that. We have these four already here. We got to get the bottom jaws. Make sure we don't get this one backwards again. We'll need number 14. All right, so we have that. That is... You know what? We're going to need these here momentarily, so let's just go ahead. Yep, I'm cheating because we've already done this step a little bit. There. Folks, I'm a professional. Do try this at home. All right, that's it for that sheet. Those are done. Oops. Then over on this bad boy, we need the big ones. Okay. There we go. There, we need number 14. And the 10 is a spare, so that sheet is done as well. All right, we're going to set this guy aside for right now. Slide that down a little bit, and let's get to it. So number 1, we have the face, and we need the 2 number 14s that go on. Hey, take care, Chad. Thanks for hanging. See you soon. Okay. The other side. Yeah, come on, come on. Yeah, I was thinking about, just basically texting my therapist and be like, yeah, I'm not going to make it today. I'm busy on a live stream. I don't think that would be the right call. So I will be a responsible adult and just do 2 of these and call it good. So, come on. Here we go. Almost there. Liam, I missed your question. It said, where can a person buy the Dice Tower? Down in the description, down below there, there should be a link. We don't get anything for it, like it's not sponsored. There's nothing like that. But you can go there and order this and a whole host of other model kits that you can order from UGears. I would ask, the only thing that I do ask, though, is if you guys do order it, A, follow the link. Just a tracking thing for us to see how many people are actually using it. But the other part is tell them that you saw the live stream, and that would help. That's all. Okay? That'll work. So that would definitely be appreciated for what it's worth. All right, so we have that step done. Now, I would argue my least favorite part of this, not because I put it upside down the first time, but because of the 4 little gear thingies. So we're going to start on these. We're going to do this a little bit out of order and do this step before this step, just because those aren't in my way then when putting this together. So you know what? I'm going to wax this, since that was kind of a pain in the butt on the first one. Okay. Let's hope these go on a little bit easier. Music there for a minute just barely sounded like Loonies. I got 5 on it. A throwback. Almost started singing it there. Nobody wants that. Glad I refrained. Yeah, waxing it was the good idea, or was the right call. It's definitely going on easier than it did the first time. There we go. Tea break. Hey, Adam. How goes things? I saw your message. You will hear from me in the next 24 hours, Adam. Okay? Here's a little for you guys that chose to come and hang out today. Here's a little inside baseball here, a little inside gouge. We are putting the finishing touches on an exciting trip. I know Rado just mentioned that 2020 is the year of Terzi, David Terzi, for those that don't know. We are putting the finishing touches on scheduling and organizing a trip that David is going to be coming and spending essentially 6 days here at HCHQ. We're going to be doing 4 playthroughs of his games in April coming up from 4 different publishers. And we're going to have one of the publishers here and David for all 4 of the games. Should be a good time. So I will have more details on that as available. So, okay, looking at this, we have tab, not tab. See, I learn. So much easier. There we go. So that is done. And now, on the bottom side with the tab there, we put one little ski. Oops, careful. There we go. One ski on. Ski number 2 on, and then with the tabs facing upwards, those bad boys will slide on and sit flush there. And there. Yeah, it's been a lot of work to on David and my part to coordinate that trip, but also to get all the publishers on board and everything. So, really excited to be able to do that. Should be a really cool experience. I mean, we've had designers out and publishers out to HCHQ before, but not for that many games in a single evolution. So, all right. So there's 2 of the 4, okay? So now, let's just take a look and see how this would go. So it says the assembling of the tower. So the skull one, it shows, you pop the top off. So, okay, so we have done that. So that's 1. Then on 2, you take one of the skull mouths and pull that off, like that. So glad I put those together. Okay, so now we take this. Let's see how this goes. It shows you put it upside down, and then here, oh. Like this, I believe. Okay, so here, let's go ahead and, so you see it's sitting, so this piece is hitting right up here, right? Then it has the 2 little slots that sits on, so it's actually, like it won't move, like it's solid in that spot, okay? So that is what that shows here. So that one is done like so. Okay? Hey, Siddharth. Long time no see. How you liking the West Coast? Okay, so the next one shows that you disconnect the bottom off of it. So let's go ahead and bring it back out a little bit. So let's see. All right, so we pop the bottom off. Then it shows that this piece now locks in to this piece because you have the little kind of wheel. Okay, so let's bring it back in. I apologize. So normally this sits like that, right, onto those little wheel thingies right there, but this comes off, and instead now it comes at a 90-degree angle, and those pop into those wheels like so. There. Cool, fancy, okay. And we pop the top off just like we did, and should have done this first, I suppose, like we did on the first one. Okay, so we have done that. Oh, and we just leave that kind of like so. Okay. So then we continue onwards. The next one, actually at this point, we then take the face of that here, and this one would go like this at an angle. Am I seeing this right? Where the, yeah. Or I think that's backwards. Let me see. Be smaller. Okay, so looking at that, you guys can't see that, sorry. There. So looking at this here, oh, the third one will come in and lock that down like so, to where it ends up looking like that. Then the fourth piece comes on and looking like that. And the reason is it's going to hit this, bounce to the other side, do that one more time on the way down, and then finally it kicks out down at the bottom. So that will sit actually to where it'll sit like this, but it'll hit this when the die comes in, if we were to finish the other two. And then continuing on, so there we go. Then the other lid piece comes in and it tilts down like so. So it bounces from this to this to this to this to this until it kicks out. So then on the bottom parts of this, you'll notice, I will show you guys this momentarily. This is awfully clever. Oh, wow. Okay. You see that little receptacle right there? And that little tab right there, the one that everyone was pointing out that I got backwards? You'll notice that it has a little tab here and a little receptacle there. And the reason for that is that this now is where the dice will actually spit out into the tray here. Trying to get these to spread open a little to where it should fit. Should. Don't bust it. Shouldn't be that tight of a fit. There we go. So it sits like this, and it's actually hooked up right there. So technically there will be another piece that's sitting right there on top of that. And wow, that is really, really cool. That is really clever. Let me grab some dice, and I will grab the card rack too. A moment. we go. There's that and the card rack. And of course, I grabbed nothing but clear dice, inevitably, right? So, all right. So how it will look when it's finished, and you guys, obviously, they'll come in like, oh, wow, that was terrible. Because it's only halfway done, I apologize. Hey, Rainer. So these will come. And then at the very end of it, the last piece is the tray, the end of it, so that doesn't happen. This will go, I'm looking. Trying to see how that... Oh, one of the other pieces latches into this to work like so. I believe, I'm looking. So that last one. Oh. No, hold on. The angle that it shows on this one is a little cattywampus. So it has that, so these ends go over onto that. Oh. There. Okay, and that's the stop for the dice. So you put the dice in. Okay. That's clever. Very funny, Rainer. Well done. So yeah, oh, this will pivot in there because the other piece will be sitting on top. So it'll come in like that, and in theory, this would be staying there. Oh, it helps if you actually put it into the place where it's supposed to go. There we go. That is really good. Now the question is, will they all stay in there? And you'll notice that it's actually 4 long and 4 high, so it has more space. That is really, really clever. There we go. And it would have more room out here to go. So there you go. So let's zoom that way out. So as I said, that's 2 of the 4. 2 more to go. And that's how it looks. There we go. Get that bad boy out of the way. Get these out of the way. That's actually really clever. Yeah, you guys are going to see this next week on the stream. And then, as I mentioned earlier, the card holder that we put together here. So, all right. And the card holder, for those that didn't see it, works like so. This comes out so it can't. There, and there we go. So there's the card holder and the dice tower now. And get the wax out of there. There we go. All right. That's really cool. I'm actually a really big fan of this thing. There we go. All right, so you will see this on Signori and or, what is the other one that we're using that uses dice? In a coming stream. Check the calendar. That's the best way to do it. All right. So, all right. So I apologize. I ran a little short of time on that, but I will finish that, the other 2, in time for the Signori stream. I think it's going to be. You know what? Let's go ahead and just take a look while we're here at the calendar over on heavycardboard.com. It shows that, oh, Hammer of the Scots next Monday. You guys, that'll be the first one you guys see for that. And then Signori on Wednesday. All right. Then Maracaibo, Terramara, Crusader Kings. Cool. There we go. All right. Good stuff. All right. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. minus the old wound there. Oh yeah, won't be assembled in time for tomorrow's PAX Transhumanity, but that's going to be a big one for me. So I'm going to be very focused on PAX Transhumanity starting later tonight. So that's what's going on with that. Yeah, and I'm gonna keep them here in the studio. The card rack hangs out over there. The Dice Tower will probably hang out somewhere, whether it's over on that shelf or on the shelf behind me or something along the lines of that. So yeah, and I will model this obviously for the Hammer of the Scots live stream on next Monday. You guys will see the fully finished Dice Tower, and yeah, so big thanks to UGears for providing us with the models to put together. Thanks to y'all for hanging out with me on a Wednesday afternoon. Thanks to all the patrons who help support the show. Without them, none of this is happening, and we don't have that cool zoomy camera, the PTZ camera. So thanks to all the patrons who have helped make all that possible. Yeah, there we go. All right, that's all I got. I am off to therapy. I will see you guys tomorrow night, 7:05 p.m. for PAX Transhumanity. Again, it's going to be a very involved teach. It's going to be very thorough. And then from there, we're going to play it 3-player. We have played it 4 times so far. That'll be our 5th play, I believe. And should be able to explain the why and not just the how. And the why, I feel like, is going to be as important as anything else for you to understand why it is you're trying to do things in that game. All right, so I will see you guys in about 30 hours or so. So you guys have a great rest of your day. I will see you guys then. Take care, everybody. Thanks, Jess.